Muddati Hundi. This is a usance bill and is payable after stipulated time or on a given date or on a determinable future date or on the happening of a certain stipulated event. Muddati Hundis of Sahaj Jog, Dhani Jog, Farman Jog types had the same features as those attached to the same types of Darshani Hundis. However, the most important type of Muddati Hundi was the Jokhmi Hundi, which was a documentary bill of exchange corresponding to the present-day bill of lading. This had been in use for centuries and payments were conditional on the safe arrival of goods. In 1881, the Negotiable Instruments Act, NI Act, was enacted, formalizing the usage and characteristics of instruments like the check, the bill of exchange, and promissory note. The NI Act provided a legal framework for non-cash paper payment instruments in India. Initially, bank employees had to frequently walk to other banks, collect checks and drafts, and present them to drawee banks and collect cash over the counter. There was danger of loss in transit of instruments. Besides, such methods could only serve for limited volumes of instruments. With the development of the banking system and higher turnover in the volume of checks, the need for an organized check clearing process emerged among the banks. Clearing associations were formed by the banks in the presidency towns, and the final settlement between member banks was effected by means of checks drawn upon the presidency banks. With the setting up of the Imperial Bank in 1921, settlement was done through checks drawn on that bank. Vidya, this bank has been transformed into State Bank of India since 1955.
Yes, sir. My father has an account with SBI.
Good, Vidya. After the setting up of Reserve Bank of India under the RBI Act 1935, the clearing houses in the presidency towns were taken over by Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India assumed responsibility of note issue from the Controller of Currency in 1935. The sole right to issue banknotes vests with the Reserve Bank under Section 22 of the RBI Act 1934. In terms of Section 23 of the RBI Act 1934, the issue department handles the work relating to the issue of banknotes. The government, however, continued to issue currency notes, that is, Rupee 1 notes, till 1994. The statutory basis of these instruments was provided by the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. The NI Act 1881 defines a negotiable instrument as a promissory note, bill of exchange, or a check.
Baba, kindly explain me promissory note, bill of exchange and checks.